Hello to all my Geminis, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and coming to my channel. This video is all about predictions for the upcoming month of May 2019. And like I said, this is for all of my Geminis, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, and even your Venus sign if you know what your Venus falls in. Before we get started, I do want to say this is a general reading, so take whatever it is that you can from this reading. But to make sure that you are pairing this reading with your intuition. So make sure that you are intuitively connected with yourself so that the way throughout this reading, while I'm doing this reading for you guys, you will get little intuitive hits that are letting you know, those are your guides and spirit letting you know that this part of the message is especially something that you need to really listen to or kind of own in on, or this part of the message is directly for you and it can be directly applied to your life. So make sure you are intuitively connected throughout this readings, and to help you guys establish like a nice little intuitive connection with yourself, I'm going to before I begin this reading, give you guys a 15-second meditation just to kind of get into that alignment with your intuition. So we'll start that 15-second meditation now. All right, so hopefully that 15-second meditation was enough for you guys to intuitively connect. If not, you can always pause this as well. But we're just going to go on ahead and get into my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and our Rising, and possibly even Venus's cards. All right, the very first one that we have here is the King of Wands. Then the Wheel of Fortune. And then the Seven of Cups. All right, so right away, what I was definitely seeing was, it looks like for my Geminis here for the month of May, the upcoming month of May, the energy that's going to be surrounding the upcoming month of May, this is not going to be like a prediction video or anything like that. This is going to be all about the energy that the month of May is going to bring you and how to work with this energy to really get the most benefit out of it, okay? So the first thing that I was seeing with this was, with this Wheel of Fortune, is that you and the King of Wands is that you're finally ready to tackle a situation or tackle an issue for the upcoming month of May. There is going to be a certain point in time in the upcoming month of May here for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, where you are going to feel really ready and really confident and just able to handle a certain conflict or situation or issue that has been kind of just in your life, present in your life. And like I said, I believe for my Geminis, when I did you guys' April reading for my Geminis, I believed that that reading was all about you trying to run away from this issue or evade this issue. And with this May reading here, I'm seeing you come up to the point where you're ready to really handle whatever this issue or this topic is. And this is, it's going to be like a feeling of boldness. It's going to be a feeling of like, I'm just sick of this. I'm really sick of feeling this way. I'm really sick of experiencing this. I'm really sick of my life lacking in quality because of this issue. It's time for this issue to go the hell away finally. And it's like as if you finally come to this point where you're like, I'm ready. I really don't know. Maybe I don't even know how to handle this or deal with this, but I'm just ready to be done with it. And it's really going to be a moment that you really want to capitalize upon, because it can finally, for once and for all, completely get rid of the situation for you. And I do want to mention, astrologically, we're experiencing that within the planets as well with this new moon that's coming up in this new moon in Taurus. It's going to be coming up here on May 5th. That new moon in Taurus is actually going to be in conjunction with the sun, and that sun moon conjunction in the sign of Taurus, where they're really close together in the sign of Taurus, that means our ego, basically, not egotistical, but our ego, our personality, who we are, our basic likes and dislikes, just who we are, basically, our personality, and then our inner self. So our external self, our ego, which is our external self, and the moon, which represents our inner self, our emotions, they're going to be in accordance with each other. They're going to be kind of teaming up, feeling the exact same things, kind of feeling in the way where it's like the heart and the mind is connected. And both of these aspects really want to do the same thing. So with that being in the sign of Taurus, it's like both the heart and the mind are ready to explore this issue, ready to tackle this issue, ready to get rid of this issue, really ready to find a means to an end to deal with this issue. And as well as this new moon, it's going to be happening in the constellation of Andromeda, basically, kind of happening in the constellation of Andromeda. And so this is going to be a time for us to really kind of get rid of all these old pressing matters and issues that we've been dealing with, because we've been having these last, I think the last 2 new moons and the last full moon were all in the constellation of Andromeda. So with this final new moon coming up here, it is going to be the end of us dealing with this constellation of Andromeda. And Andromeda, she's this damsel in distress that's like shackled to the wall, and she needs someone to come and save her. So this is going to be the culmination of this entire Andromeda constellation we've been dealing with for about the last month and a half here. So it's really going to come to an end where for many of us, especially my Geminis here, where it's going to be like this feeling of, I'm just ready to get done with this. I'm sick of it now. Now I'm over it. I'm done with this. You know, at first you were able to kind of ignore it or be in denial about it maybe, but now you're at the point where you're just like, I don't want to be in denial about this. I want to be done with it. I'm ready to be done, you know? Oh yeah. And then with the 7 of Cups as well, I wanted to just say that I also see with the 7 of Cups, by dealing with this issue, that it's really going to release a lot of opportunities for you. It's going to release a lot of things for you, but especially opportunities, especially the things it is that you've been kind of wanting to happen in your life. This issue has been like a blockage in your life, basically. And once you kind of actually deal with this, the Wheel of Fortune, you're going to actually see what it is that you need to deal with. You're going to have this moment of time in May where it's kind of like the stars align, and you get this moment of illumination where it's like, oh, that's the issue. Well, now I'm ready to deal with it, because in this moment of illumination, you're also going to be feeling this energy of, I am emotionally ready, I am mentally ready and prepared to deal with this issue and tackle it completely, so that the way it doesn't come back. And I see with the 7 of Cups, it's really going to open up this vast amount of opportunities for you, and it's really going to open up the life that you want. So the next card that we have here is Firefly. And Firefly is interesting because Firefly talks exactly about this kind of moment in time where things are going to open up and you're going to be ready to deal with them. But Firefly is kind of about how it says that the firefly has the light of 10,000 stars in its body. And so when the light is on, it's able to shine, and we're able to see this tiny little insect that otherwise we wouldn't be able to see. It's able to glow so brightly that we're able to see it. But that moment is fleeting. That moment comes in very quickly and it leaves just as quickly. So you really have to, that's what I was saying, you really have to take this opportunity of illumination. You really have to grab it by the horns and take it and run with it for sure, to be able to finally bring the situation to a close. Another thing as well that I'm seeing kind of with this Firefly card here is that this kind of moment of illumination may also be a project, something that kind of comes to mind where it's like an idea. So maybe an idea will come to you as well. This could be an idea, or this could be the illumination of an issue that you need to deal with. Or this could be an idea where you finally have the kind of mind and heart connection where it's ready to really explore this project and really put your all into it. So it could also be a project as well as an issue that you're finally dealing with. The very next card that we have here is Hawk. And the Hawk is kind of like the same thing. The Hawk talks about having sharp eyes, you know, they have very sharp eyes. Like I said, it's going to be this moment of illumination, and you have to really be able to make sure that you have sharp enough awareness to see this moment, because it's just going to be a moment, and you really have to take it when you see it. So the hawk talks about really having this he's this watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity, and he has very sharp eyes, right? So he can see every little thing that's going on, and you're really going to need to kind of adopt this energy for May, so that the way you can clearly see when this opportunity comes into play. Very next card that we have here is Lakshmi, bright future. Stop worrying, everything is going to be fine. Yeah. Like I was saying here with the Seven of Cups, this is really going to open up a lot of opportunities for you. That's why I was saying this Firefly card could also be alluding to a project or some sort of opportunity that you actually notice as well with this hawk card here. This could be some sort of opportunity that makes its way to you, and you're going to realize that it's an opportunity. Maybe it's not dressed up like an opportunity, but you're going to be able to realize and see, hey, there's an opportunity here. There's a future here. There's some things here that I could really actually get out of this, and you're going to be able to see that if you have enough awareness to see it. So that's what I was saying. Really adopt this hawk energy here, because the hawk is very aware. He's so aware. That's what his sharp eyes are for. And so he can see very far away. He can see things that he's approaching, things that are approaching him. He can see just about everything that's going on in a very wide vicinity. So make sure you really adopt this energy for May. The next card that we have here is childhood innocence. I love this card because for me, childhood innocence is really talking about kind of almost in a way starting over, kind of getting this breath of fresh air, kind of getting this moment to be able to really start over and start fresh by either handling this issue or taking on a new project, and kind of starting from this place of like, oh, okay, now I have to build something up. The next card that we have here is full moon completion. Yes. So for those of my Gemini, sun, moon, and rising, that may be dealing with an issue it is that they're ready to kind of clean up in the month of May, you're going to complete it. You're going to definitely find a way to bring it to an end, bring it to a head and deal with it for sure. That the way it's no longer just this like kind of dragged out kind of issue or problem. The very next card that we have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. Yes, so this may also very well be a project that you're starting for sure. You may be dealing with an issue as well as starting a project, because have faith in your dreams here. Well, this could also be saying too, have faith and know that you are enough, you have enough strength, you have enough power to deal with this issue. You have enough awareness to deal with this issue. Your future is very bright. Now you can see, and that's another thing that the Wheel of Fortune card talks about as well. Another thing the Wheel of Fortune card talks about is being able to see what the situation is clearly, being able to see in all this tangled up mess and all these things that's going on in the Wheel of Fortune card. I am able to see every little facet of exactly how this situation is. And the hawk talks about having those sharp eyes, that keen awareness. So yeah, have faith in yourself, and know that know for sure that you can tackle whatever issue this is, that you can bring whatever project it is that you want into fruition. The very next card that we have, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Yeah, so you guys are definitely coming into a place where this is going to spark a huge, great change within you and within your life and your environment as well, I believe. This is going to really change up a lot of things. And then the final card that we have here, or not the final card, but the next card that we have here is emotions are running high, supermoon. Yeah, so this may be an intense time. This may be an intense time, but like I said, you're going to be so prepared for this. You're going to be so able to deal with this. And that may be why as well the emotions are going to be running high, because you're going to be so amped up and just ready to deal with this issue. You're going to have that King of Wands warrior energy right here. We have the King of Wands, and he is basically someone whose emotions are always running high. He's always ready for the next battle. He's always ready for the fight. And it's not that he wants to fight. It's not that he wants to battle. He doesn't mind it, but it's not that he's looking for a battle or looking for a fight, but he's always prepared. The very next card that we have here is higher power. So this is a divine plan. This is all a part of a divine plan for you. And so that the way, I believe that this is kind of happening to kind of get you ready for your future and to kind of get you ready for all of these exciting things coming into your life. The next card that we have here is happy. Yeah, you have the key to your own happiness. You see that lock right there is what's really or that keyhole is what's really standing out to me. And that happy, you have the key to your happiness. You have the key to your doing as well as your undoing. It's all in control of you. Whenever it is you're ready, like I said, you just have to be able to notice and see, oh, okay, here's my opportunity. Now's the time to act. The very next card that we have here is Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Then Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So that's interesting to see both of these cards together, Honeymoon and Separation. So this could be saying for some of you, there is going to be a time of bliss within your relationship. And for some of you, there may be a time of separation from your partner, or a separation from the people in your life as well, the people that you have relationships with. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be any relationship in your life. Maybe there's some people that you're really going to be vibing with at this time, and others that you kind of feel like you need your space from. And there's nothing wrong with either of those. Another thing as well that the separation card could be saying is that it might not be physical separation, but you may just need to distance yourself a little bit from certain parts of certain people in your life. So certain relationships, like, everybody has polarities, everybody has good sides and bad sides. And there may be certain sides of people that you're really close to in your life where it's like, okay, I know when it comes to them, maybe they're a little pessimistic about this type of thing, or maybe they're a little pessimistic about relationships, or maybe they're a little pessimistic about, money or things like that. So I know not to talk to this particular person about this particular thing going on in my life. So you may just need to kind of separate in that sense as well. It doesn't necessarily mean physical separation. And then the very last card that we have here is Authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. Yeah, so I'm definitely I'm seeing this really be a time for you where you're really just kind of stepping into a different kind of part of yourself, where you're just like, for May, the energy of May anyway, is going to kind of challenge you, where it's like, if you really want to solve this issue, there's going to come a time and a moment where you can solve this issue. Or if you really want to get this project off the ground, there's going to come a time and a moment in the month of May where you're able to do that. You just have to be able to see it like the hawk. The hawk, remember those sharp eyes, you have to be able to see it, because just like the firefly here as well, he lights himself up, but only for a moment. So this opportunity is going to come in for a moment. You have to have those hawk eyes and be able to see it, jump on it, and act on it without delay. Act on it. So really know where it is that you're going, really know what it is that you want, so that the way when this opportunity does arise, you're not just kind of sitting there thinking about it and kind of holding yourself back and possibly missing out on this opportunity, because you have a bright future coming from this opportunity as well. Okay, so this is all that I'm saying for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and a Rising, possibly even Venus sign. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I pray you guys have an amazing May, and I will be back next time, okay? Bye, guys.